Please give a warm welcome to another LexiD.
Hi everyone, my name is Lexi and I'm in design. See me, yeah, you know that. Okay, so basically for my project, I wanted to do an ostrich egg carving. So basically, I'll show you guys later. But yeah, basically my inspiration for this was my grandmother was a super talented egg decorator, and whenever she would visit us, we would go to conventions with her to sell her eggs, and I just thought they were like the most beautiful things ever. So that's kind of what my inspiration was. So basically, I'm gonna tell you guys how I learned how to do it, because it was definitely very much of a learning curve from I've never done anything like this before. And then my design, and then how I kind of transferred my design onto the egg, and then how I carved it. So this is what was my original kind of idea. These are the types of eggs that my grandmother used to do. But I realized Miss was kind of like, I think you could do something a little bit more challenging instead of just decorating and that kind of thing. So I landed on kind of doing a carving. So basically, thanks to Mr. Flo's scrap woods, I took a lot of them, and then these are kind of my beginnings of how I was learning to use the Dremel, which is this tool you use to cut things out and carve things with. So that was really difficult, and it was really hard for me in the beginning to learn how to use it because I'd never done something like that before. Yeah. And then this is my original design. I really wanted to do a hummingbird because that also reminded me of my grandmother a lot. Yeah, so that's my original thing that I wanted to do. And then this is how I ended up, this is my sketch. I had a lot of help with this because the transfer paper didn't really work super well. So, and I'm not the most talented drawer on the planet, except for in digitally. So it was really difficult, that aspect of a couple of days to try to figure out how I wanted to transfer from digital to actually onto the egg. Yeah. So basically these are my progresses. And so I started carving it out using the Dremel and everything a lot. And then yeah, and so I was doing pretty well. I mean, I didn't love how it was turning out, but yeah, so I started carving it out and everything, and then disaster struck, and my egg just completely broke in the middle, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna glue it the next time, whatever. And I was working on it at home. My lovely cat, I walked out of the room, and my lovely cat knocked the egg over, and it shattered completely. And I was like, there's no possible way that I could ever glue everything back together because it was just in such tiny pieces, and I was kind of freaking out about it. Then I realized that I had an extra egg from when my mom was over visiting her family, and she brought back eggs for us and everything. So I got another egg and I started working on a new design. This is me when I was restarting it. I actually figured out that I didn't want to actually carve super deep into the egg and cut things out because I think that's where I went wrong last time. And I needed to do more of a simpler design just because I'd already spent so much time on the previous egg, so I didn't have a ton of time to start over. But I'm honestly very grateful that I did start over. I love the way that this turned out. You guys can see a little bit. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think this is I really liked it. Yeah, so this was it was really hard for me to do, and just last night I was finishing it up. It broke again, but then it was only a little piece that broke, so then I glued it back together with E6000. Thanks to my sister, love you. She helped me with it at 11 p.m. last night, so I really appreciate her. And then yeah, so that's and then as you can see, I'll show you, this is the final design and everything. Yeah, and then I didn't really want to pass around just because it's very, very delicate and it has broken so many times. But as you can kind of see, like that's kind of what I did.
Did you put the light in it?
No, I left it at home. Originally, I mean, maybe I can do this on my own time. I definitely will because my mom and also Miss P had the wonderful idea of putting little LEDs into it. Wait, I can kind of show you with, there you go, my phone. Doesn't it look so cool? Like
That's
a little
magic.
like a little lamp type thing. Yeah, so that's like what I want my final goal to be, and I do have tons of LEDs that I will definitely do in the next couple of times when I have more time. But yeah, that's
the fairy lights, just stick a bunch of fairy lights in there.
Yeah. My mom even was like, came into my room and she was like, yeah, like I know that I've been struggling with it and everything, and she helped me like with that. And she was like, oh, but I had this idea that you could put lights in it. I was like, and then she like put the lights in it, and it was like really cool. But then I had to keep carving it, so I had to take it. Does anybody have questions?
What was a happy part? Like, the breaking was a sad part. What was the happy part?
The breaking was
Like, what was like the most relieving, rewarding part?
I think, honestly, just throughout this whole process, knowing that like I was doing something that my grandma would have just like absolutely loved that I would do. And so she passed away a couple years ago, which is like, oh, I'm sad. My mom even came up to me and she's like, oh, just like, I want you to know that your grandma would have been so proud of you. Like, I don't think anybody in my family has done something like this before and like kind of gone through her like roots and done that. So I don't know, I guess I'm just really proud of myself knowing that she would also be really proud of me.
Oh, very good.
So how much is one egg? How much do you have to pay for an ostrich egg?
$30. No. Off of Amazon, thank you Amazon Prime for overnighting it to me.
You can also buy emu eggs, by the way,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
teal colored.
Oh my god, those are also so pretty.
Yeah,
They're more
amazing.
expensive.
Yeah, they're more.
Yeah.
Do you know where the tradition of egg carving comes from?
Yeah, it's from like Russia, I believe so. And the whole thing was like Fabergé eggs. Those were the ones that
The decorated.
yeah, the decorative ones that I showed in the beginning. Like these are all from like I think they started from like Russia to be like from like for like the like royal family. I think I was doing a lot of research before this, and there was like a bunch that were like millions and millions of dollars in like today's thing, probably more, that were like with jewels and gold and like all of this like fancy precious metals and everything. And so what's really actually cool about this is that like the original Fabergé eggs, there was only like a certain amount of them, and some of them got lost or like stolen or whatever, so like we don't even know like where they actually like are, which I thought that was cool.
How hard is the egg to like carve?
It's actually like not as hard as I thought it would be. I started with wood, and I think that was a lot harder. So going from the wood to the egg, I mean, I just think the thing is, I mean, it is pretty thick. I mean, I don't know if it's pretty thick, but it just like takes a while to carve it like all the way through, and like making all of these little things took a while. But I think once you learn how to use a Dremel, the process is like very, very, I wouldn't say easy because it is still difficult, but it's like medium.
How will you store and display this thing?
So
you
basically,
gonna make a little case for it?
no. So basically, this is the Amazon box that it came in, and there's bubble wrap in it, and then my mom carved this out of
Yeah.
like a sponge, and then so when I've been working on it, I've just like put it here, so it's like a little.
Well, I mean, when you're done, you know.
Oh, baby diapers. Which sounds crazy. It
No,
sounds.
he means when
when you're completely done with it, how are you going to display
Oh, how am I
it?
going
Of art.
to display it? Oh, I thought you meant like to keep it from breaking.
No.
But you do. My grandma used to put them in baby diapers in her
Really?
suitcase from the UK to here, and they were like fine. Anyways, but so basically, I got this like little stand from the Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna glue it onto it.
Go.
Wait, I'm still like, I'm not really familiar. So like, what is the carving like? What does the tool look like?
I don't have it with me,
Just a
but
small drill.
yeah, it's like a drill. Oh wait, has anybody ever gotten acrylics here? You know the thing that they use to carve it like out a little bit? Yeah, they know. To buff up your nails.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, but like way stronger.
Way stronger.
And I know it sounds so bad, but so then you kind of just use that, and it kind of looks like a thick pencil, and it like plugs into the wall, and just like super cool.
Thank you very much.